what is the best feeling in the world to you? Is it getting that ace in Valorant? Is it driving your Bugatti? Is it is it busting a nut to some video online? Hopefully it's not. But what I'm trying to get at is that I would reckon that a lot of us have the same best feeling in the world, which would be when you provide help to others. So think about like what most people answer when they say why they're doing their job or something. Mainly this comes to mind to me for people who are like nurses or people working in medicine, stuff like that. They want to, like, a very common answer for what you want to do with your life is, like a general broad umbrella answer is, I want to help people, right? And we could take it even a little bit deeper into a time that maybe you've experienced, because maybe I want to help people isn't your life mission, or isn't like your profession. So have you ever volunteered? Because I think that's an experience where a lot of people, or like donating to charity, right? Doing something for someone else without expecting some form of like monetary payment or anything in return, really, because what you receive of like that good feeling of helping out without the expectation of getting anything in return is more or less your reward, right? So I think that if you've ever volunteered, and I'm not saying that you need to spend all your free time volunteering and that I'm a saint and I spend all my free time going to soup kitchens and stuff like that and going to other clothes donation areas. That's not what I'm saying, because honestly it's been a while since I've been out volunteering, but a lot of those times are the times that I fondly remember them because of the feeling that you just get when you're helping other people without having to receive anything in return. So if you've ever volunteered, I'm sure you can share this experience with me, or share this same feeling of, you're like, wow, this was actually a good time and I had fun. Maybe the work itself wasn't fun, but you feel a sense of fulfillment, right? Where else do you get that sense of deep fulfillment where you're like, wow, I really did something to improve somebody else's life or to help someone else without needing, an hourly rate to do so. So for me, a lot of this comes from, I'm not saying I used to go like every weekly or something, but I went to a soup kitchen a couple times when I was younger, I think in like middle school or something like that. And I would go there it was basically to get volunteer hours in for, some like honor society, which doesn't even matter now that I'm thinking about it, but it is a good thing. It's a little odd that they try to force you to volunteer, because then it makes it like a chore. It's like reading, right? If you're forced to read a book that you don't like, you're gonna either make up the hours that you read in your reading logs, or you're just going to end up reading books that you don't like, and then you find it like a hassle rather than something that is supposed to be enjoyed. All right, quick little relocation because a city worker just pulled up and started blowing a leaf blower. But I think the point still remains that these kinds of things, while it makes sense that they're trying to require it so that you do go out and do these things, and same thing with reading, like they require you to read in school so that you actually end up reading something rather than, because if it was just left up to us, honestly, I doubt that the majority of us would even read, for one. And for two, I think that the majority of us wouldn't volunteer on our own time if it wasn't some sort of requirement. So basically, I just said all of that to say that volunteering and just helping other people in general is the shared kind of purpose that we all have, or we all kind of get that same sense of fulfillment when you end up volunteering or do something good for somebody else without expecting anything in return. So if we all kind of have that sense of, if we all share that sense of fulfillment, if we all get the same type of feeling from that, unless you're some psychopath who doesn't enjoy helping others, then that's good on you. But I'm sure you're the outlier and not with the majority of people who get some sense of fulfillment from helping other people. So my logic is, if we all share that feeling of we feel good inside when we help other people, wouldn't that make all of our purposes somewhat aligned if that is our goal, is helping other people? So I don't really know how to structure this from here. The guy with the leaf blower kind of threw me off my flow, because back then I was just like not even thinking what I was saying. Now the words were just coming out. But I don't know. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is that we all have we all have the same best feeling, which is helping other people. And if that's not if that's not what your purpose is aligned with, is like to eventually help other people, then is your purpose, like, I don't want to say is it valid, but is it even something worth pursuing? Because if your purpose is, I want to get a Lamborghini so I can drive it around, that's not really in the pursuit of trying to help other people. That's more of a selfish motive. Not that we can't have selfish goals, but is that something that's really going to drive the direction of your entire life? I don't think so. I don't think that would be a strong enough motive to get you to work towards something. So maybe this was more of an introspective video and a philosophical video rather than any advice given here, but it's something to think about. That shared, I think the experience of helping other people is a shared sense of fulfillment that we all get. So why do we not align our purpose more towards that goal? And I'm not saying that you have to be, I don't know, super involved in volunteer work in order to understand that. But if you volunteered at least once, hopefully you've had that same feeling of, hey, this actually feels good, where I'm helping people less fortunate than me, and I'm not expecting some paycheck afterwards. But yeah, I think that's going to be the video for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember to stay on target.